Hello and welcome to my presentation on the Pythagorean Theorem. Alright, so what the Pythagorean Theorem is it lets you find the length of the hypotenuse in a right angled triangle. So I probably confused you just now. Let me explain this. Alright, so the theorem is written in the form of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But I like to do it c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Alright, so c represents the length of the hypotenuse. What is a hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is the longest side of the triangle. So the hypotenuse is represented as c, hypotenuse, and a and b are represented as the other lengths, the other sides. Alright, so let me just clear this. Okay, so if this is our triangle, oops, that's a bad triangle, let's not do that. This is our triangle. This is C, this is B, and this is A. Alright, so remember, this only works with right angled triangles. So this is just a right angle here, and the angle opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. I'll just call it the HYP. Alright, so how do we find the hypotenuse? We go c squared equals a squared plus b squared, where again, as c is the longest side, the hypotenuse, b is the other side, and a is the bottom. Not in all cases though. Okay, let's do an example. Okay, let's do a good example here. So, I gotta make that a right triangle. Okay, this is our right angle. Angle opposite to it is the hypotenuse. So that's C. This is A. No, sorry, this is B. And this is A. Alright, so let's say that B equals 8 and A equals 4. So now we gotta use our formula. Let's write it down. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So C squared, actually I won't write C squared anymore. Let's cancel that. So C squared equals, oops, sorry about that. C squared equals, this is A, 4 squared, plus, this is B, 8 squared. To simplify that, 4 squared is 16, 8 squared is 64. Simplify that more. 16 plus 64, I believe, is 80. Now we could put C squared here. So this is an important part of the whole thing. If you don't do this, you're gonna mess up. So we have C squared. We have to fix that up to just give us C. So what we do is we take the square root of both sides. So the square root of C is C, and the square root of 80 is 8.9, which we can round to 9 centimeters. Don't forget your units. Alright, I hope that gives you a good understanding of how to use it. Let's do another example. Let's do an original. Our right angle opposite is the hypotenuse. Let's write that down. HYP, short form for me. This is C. This is A. This is B. Let's give ourselves some new number. Let's say this is 5. A is 5 and B is 12. So let's go ahead and use our formula. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So C squared equals 5 squared plus 12 squared. So simplify that. 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 12 times 12 is 144. So simplify that more. C squared, remember the star part, C squared equals 144 plus 25 equals 169. So our key part here, let me just flag this here, key part, we take the square root of both sides. So this equals to C, and 169 square root is 13. Oops, I forgot my units again. Remember, don't forget your units. Alright, that's about it. Let me just give you some key points. Wrap it up. Key points. Okay, so key points. So remember that the hypotenuse, HYP, is the longest side. The longest, wow, that's nasty. Longest side in the triangle. It is also opposite to the 90-degree angle, to the 90-degree angle. And last point, it can be found, obviously it can be found with C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Oh yeah, one key thing I forgot to mention is that we can change up the formula. So our original formula, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. We can change up the formula to find different sides. So what I mean by that, so right now, in this formula, we're trying to find the hypotenuse, but we can change the formula to find either this side or this side. Alright, so how we can do that, I'll explain in a different video. Or actually I can fit it right now. Alright, let's do this quickly. To find B, we go C squared minus A squared equals B squared. And to find A, we go C squared minus B squared equals A squared. Alright, that's about all the time I have. Thank you for watching. See you next time.